Hey guys, Dirk here. Getting ready to do that all-important kit review so that you, the model junkie, can make an informed decision on what kits you want to buy. Tonight we're going to look at a cult classic. Yes, we're going back to the 60s and the Jetsons. Now this kit isn't from the 60s, but the show, the Jetsons, is from the 60s. I grew up watching this show. It was this tandem with the Flintstones which made my childhood when I was younger. This show was great, and I've got a couple seasons on DVD that I'm trying to get my kids involved in, get them hooked. So far they haven't got hooked on this as much as the Flintstones, but I'm working on it. I believe this kit came out back in 2001, and it's been reissued a couple times. The last time it was reissued, it came with the car, as you see, but it didn't have the entire family. It only came with George and Astro. So this is the one that's a little bit more sought after, a little harder to find, again because it has all the characters. Now the box is your typical box, nice and square and everything like that. Polar lights, it's got a picture of the car on here, and it's just that, it's an animated still from the show. The size is pretty much the same thing with their apartment on the stilts over here. Nothing really special. The bottom of the box, again, shows all the characters, gives you a little bit of information here, and some of the other kits that are in the series. The Scooby-Doo mobile, the Mach 1, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and Ecto 1. Now, I'm saying 2001 for this because that's what the box says the licensing is. To be honest with you, most of these kits I think are not that old, but I could be wrong. Again, could be just the re-releases, especially this one here was recently re-released. But anyway, the licensing 2001. So let's take a look and see what we got inside the box. Now inside the box we got our parts. There's not a lot of parts to this kit. There's only about 16 parts. And it is a snap together kit, and it's pre-painted, so it shouldn't take very long to work on. Looking for a good, quick, easy project? This could be for you. Looking at the parts, we're going to start off with the bottom of the car itself. Again, it's molded in green. It's in pretty nice shape. As much detail as can be expected for an animated car. Always like the little rings on the engines there. Always cool. We've got our top ring. Okay, that goes like such. Okay, orientation may be off right now, but that's okay. But that's your top piece. No cutting or filing needed. It all comes. It's done and ready to go. We've got our base. It looks like a moon base here. It's clear. It's got the face of the moon on it. And it's got the Jetsons here. Okay, again, it's nice and clear, or it's a clear piece. You can't really see through too much, but actually it wouldn't be too bad. You can maybe paint the Jetsons piece, maybe put a little bit of a glowing light underneath, give it some ambiance. Look pretty cool. Okay, so that's the base. We've got our arm for the base. Okay, we got a clear part here. It's a little cloud puff, that comes out of the little puff cloud. All right. We've got our interior. Interior is very basic. It's a seat, okay, bench seats across, and it's got the posts for our characters. We got another clear part here. I'm assuming it's part of the base. I'm not really sure. It's got a lot of license information written on it. We've got, nicely protected, our dome. Okay, the windshield, so to speak, the dome of the car. Okay, kept in plastic in nice, good shape. Then, let's see. We've got a couple more parts here. We got what looks to be George's seat right here. Okay. The driver's seat, and I'm assuming this is maybe the control stick for the car. Make it go forward, backwards, left, right. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Use your imagination. Again, it's an animated car. It doesn't really exist. And here we got, looks like actually this part's already been assembled. This kit came open, but this is the wing, the back wing for the car. Okay. And then we got our figures. We've got, let's see if we can't zoom in on these. We've got George. We got Jane. I believe the woman who played Jane just recently passed away a couple weeks ago. But really cool figure, again, all painted, pre-painted for you. Judy. Eep, op, orc, ah, that means I love you. Yep, Judy Jetson. Boy crazy Judy. Elroy. Okay, Elroy's looking pretty cool. And then last but not least, we got Astro. Ruh-roh, George. Yeah, Astro was always so cool. But anyway, that's the kit in a nutshell. Simple, simple, simple. Also, well, we got our directions here. Back out for those. Alright. Okay. Easy snap together kit, polar lights. It's got, again, it's got the same cover as the box. It's got the characters here. Okay, on the back side of it, it's got the same stuff we saw on the back side of the box of the other kits in the series. And we're going to open it up. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to putting this kit together. Again, there's no paint required. There's no glue required. So you just snap everything together and away it goes. So, alright. The back side is the same as the first side, except it's written in a different language. Okay? But otherwise they are identical except for languages. So, let's take a break for a second. We'll be right back and we'll start putting this sucker together. And that is the Jetsons Space car. Turn that off. You can see a little better with that. As you can see, it built up in just a couple minutes. It's very cool, very simplistic. There's no doubts about it. But I like it. It is cool. This is my childhood. The only thing is I mean, it's ready to go. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to take it apart. And I might do a little bit more detail to it. I think I'm going to paint the seats, take everybody off, paint the seats a different color, just to add some contrast because it's just so much green in here. But otherwise, this is really cool. I really like it. It's not over the top. It's not over engineered or anything like that. It's very basic, very simple, and it gets the point across. And like I said, it's my childhood. I grew up on this family, and I really, really dig it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it'll give you an idea of what it's like next time you see this on eBay, what's inside the box, if it's worth what it's going for. I happened to get this privately through somebody on Facebook that was looking to get rid of it, so I think I got a very good deal on it. But I'm not really sure what they are going for, because I don't see the ones with the full family going on eBay very often. But it is definitely a cool kit. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, guys, be strong. Okay guys, we're back, and we are on wibbly wobbly camera mode right now, so if you need an air sickness bag, go get one, and I'll wait for you. What we're doing is we're looking at the Jetsons Space car kit. Okay, as you remember, just a couple months ago, we built this car out of the box, and it took us under 10 minutes. It was like 7 minutes and 40 some odd seconds to build the car. And that's all well and good, but I wanted to do a little bit more. So I decided, I ripped it all apart, and this is what we got. Now, I'm not in my usual location because of lighting. The lighting in my work area just reflected off of the car itself, and you couldn't really see anything. But here is what we have, starting with the base. Well, here, we'll zoom out here. Okay, and you can see the Jetsons car. The family's all in there. Okay, and we'll start with the base real quick. And what we did here is the base was clear. What I did is I put a spray painted the underside of the base with some gray. Then I detailed the letters with Craft Acrylics Island Blue. It looks like I must have wiped a little bit off here handling it, but I can fix that. But Island Blue. And then over the top of the base itself, I put a wash, and then wiped it off. So that's that. Next, we move up to the car itself. Okay, so here's the car itself. I'm really kind of happy with it. What I did is I took it all apart, dismantled it, and the real key to this is the underside, to be honest with you. Get it on the underside. Okay, is I masked off that outside ring, and I reshot the center, the exhaust there by my thumb, and the two motor engine thingies there. Disassembled those, repainted those, and I just used some spray paint of olive green that I had laying around, just something real quick. And then got that two-tone effect. As you saw in the beginning of the video, the Jetsons car was a two-tone car, so that's kind of cool. Okay, now this little cloud puff here, okay, it looks a little odd, doesn't it? And the reason for that is this was also a clear part, and what I did with this is I painted the inside white and put it back together. I just think it looked really cool. I got the idea from HPI guy's workshop. He told me he did that on his, and even though I could still see the pins in there, something about it just gave it a really cool effect. So I just did that like that. Okay, then we go to the inside of the car. There you go. Take the top off so you don't have the glare. But for the inside of the car, all of this was green. So what I did is I took the seats out and I repainted the seats with Africa Core Yellow. Happens to be a spray paint that I happen to have on hand, so I decided to go with it. Painted the whole thing with that. And then what I did was once it was dry, I coated it with Future. And then for the grooves in here, all I did was use some brown pastels that I had, put it on inside, and just it gave it that look. I think it looks pretty good. I just did the dash in a different color just to make it look better. I forget what it was, but that's a Craft Acrylic. His steering wheel, if you want to call it that, the steering shift, is also Craft Acrylics. Okay, and really that's it. It's done. Doesn't take a lot, but I think the car really looks cool. And like I said, there's nobody that's not going to look at it and go and not know what it is. All right, especially if you're an old fart like I am. But that is the Jetsons car. I think this will look real cool sitting on my desk at work. And that's it. So I hope this helped everyone that's looking to get this kit. Now you know it's in the box. It's very simple. but the end result is very, very cool. So till next time, guys, be strong.